Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode with your girl Audrey Codner from ACG Math Tutoring. Hopefully, you guys are doing well this evening. So, as promised, we're going to be doing a little bit of the SAT prep. Just kind of doing a little bit of something for math just to get you guys ready. So as you guys are coming on in, go ahead and just tap away, and then we're going to get ourselves started. So for those that are just kind of like, what's this about? Want to take a glip? So let's see if you can answer this question. So for the first one, it said we have a box plot summarizing 15 data values. What is the median of this data set? Is it A, 2, B, 3, C, 5, D, 8? Which do you think it is? And as you're coming on in, go ahead and just say hi and also tap away. Let's see what we can do, what we can get for today. All right. Hey, Test Squared, how are you? Harley Quinn, you're in the house. Thank you so much. All right, Ruth, welcome on in. Hey, Ellie, thank you so much. So the Harlequin is saying 5, Ellie's saying 5. We have, what's that, Epinol? We're saying C. I got you, Ellie. Hey, nurse, I just finished with your baby. Yep, and we actually did pretty good, so she should be good with her quiz. All right, I don't know what your name is, but blank space will say 5. Jesse, 5. You're probably like, wait, did you meet with my child? I did. Okay. All right. So test not a problem. It was my pleasure. She's an awesome girl. All right. So we're taking a look at box plots. So your answer for this one is 5. Reason being, we have basically our 5-point summary. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be your min. This one is going to be your max. Then you have your quartile 1. Then you have your Q3. And right here is going to be your median. And that's what they're looking for. Basically, what will be the middle of your data set. So number 2, let's see if we can see the whole thing. All right, cool. So what is the x-intercept of the graph shown? Is it A, -5, 0, B, 5, 0, C, -4, 0, or D, 4, 0? Okay, thank you so much for the follow. So I'm seeing a couple of D's. Okay. Ciela, it's D, Frank D, Coco D, Melvin D, Ellie D. I see you, Ellie. Okay. Jepez, Lope, D, Lupe, sorry, D, Crystal D. Good. Hurley D, nice. There is no F's. Let's not be silly. So the x-intercept, if we want to know, our x-intercept is where our graph is touching the x-axis, and it's touching it right here. So remember, when you're looking at ordered pairs, it's your x, then your y. My x value is 4, and since I'm not going up or down, that means my y value is 0. So the answer for this is D. Okay. All right. So looking at number 3. So number 3, we have Henry received a $60 gift card to pay for movies online. He used this gift card to buy 3 movies for $7.50 each. If he spends the rest of his gift card balance on renting movies for $1.50 each, how many movies can Henry rent? Is it A, 10, B, 25, C, 35, or D, 40? Okay. That's not the x-intercept. I mean, that's not the y-intercept, it's the x-intercept. and clarify your language, sir. All right, so what do we have? We got Crystal with A. I see you, Crystal. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, so we got some C's. I got 25 with a B. Test squared saying B. Top 34, 34, 3 saying my 25, which is B. Okay, Bliss fan is saying B. Okay, Crystal's holding strong with her A. I'm sticking with the A. Frank is sticking with the A. Okay, Timmy is saying B. Okay, Maddie D is saying B. Okay, Cammy with the B. All right. Then to divide the amount by a 150. Baby doll, hey, welcome back, baby doll. Saying B. I think Cammy's been here a couple times too. All right. Hello, gorgeous. Thank you so much for the heart. Way to check in. Okay, money. T is saying B. All right. Mary saying C. So it seems to be a battle between B and C. Okay. Oh, wait. No. Here we go. Tashella, welcome back, girl. Going with the B's. Okay, lesson from the lessons 92 with the B's. Okay. So now let's take a look. So we're starting off with $60. And we know that he used the card to buy 3 movies for $7.50. So that would be 3 times my $7.50. But then, in combines with that $1.50, let's see if I can see all over here, we don't know how many movies he rented. Okay? That's what we're looking for. So that's my unknown. So I can say claim that as my X or whatever your variable will be. So now I know that $7.50 times 3 gives me $22.50. But the thing that some people were doing was taking that 60 and we're going to minus the $22.50 on both sides. So when you subtract, you're going to get $37.50. But don't forget that we have to divide both sides by this $1.50 so we can figure out how many exact videos or movies he rented out. Okay. And last time I checked, this will give me my 25. So my answer is B. Okay. You can write it out as an expression, but here's the thing, and I say this every time we have this. It doesn't matter how you can calculate it. You can formalize it right here as an algebraic equation, or you could just use it as scrap paper. You know how much you got for the movies, you know how much total the card was worth, and you know anything remaining was $1.50 each. So once you figure out what the difference of these two is, divide it by the $1.50 and you'll figure out how many movies he rented. Okay, so take out the movies that he bought and then you divide the price with that answer to figure out your same thing. It's the same process. Okay, I'm just doing it the way that I like to do it. All right. Okay. So, here we go with number 4. All right, so the graphs of the given equations intersect at a point. So that's your x and y in the xy plane. What is the value of y? Is it A, 16, B, 40, C, 81, or D, 130? So I have Timmy with an A, Rufus with an A, okay, Crystal with the C, money, T with the A, Cammy with the A, Mary 16 with the A, Bridget with the A, Jade 81 with the C, Bliss fans, Kaya, hey Kaya, and Terry all said A, Mary said A, Test Squared saying A. Okay, Ava is saying B, Susan and Olivia are both saying A. Okay, Rufus with the 16 with the A. You know, well, that's what it all with the extra Y's. Jenny with an A. Okay, is that Alterman with an A? Always, Jenny. Always. Okay. Any others want to put 2 cents in? Want to see. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. This top equation says x equals 49. So we can take this 49 and substitute in for the x that's under the radical. So now we just have one equation to focus on. So we got the square root of 49 plus 9. Now, the square root of 49, last time I checked, 7 times 7 gives me that 49. It's a perfect square root. Bring down my plus 9. So 7 plus 9, that gives me my 16. Answer of A. Okay. Public info. All right, I'm glad you're back. Okay. Why did you fail math? All right. So let's take. Okay. All right. So now, let's take a look at the next one. Let's see if we make it a tad bit larger without cutting anything off. Okay, let's see how that does. So a cherry pitting machine pits 12 pounds of cherries in 3 minutes. At this rate, how many minutes does it take the machine to pit 96 pounds of cherries? Is it A, 8, B, 15, C, 24, or D, 36? Do I teach geometry? I do, but I don't love it. But do I do pre-calculus? Yes, I do. I definitely do tutoring. So a whole bunch of C's. Let's take a look. Whoa. Let's slow it back. Feel like rewind. So money. T is saying A. Mary saying C. Okay, Pooch is trying to do 96 divided by 8. Okay. Is it in love with T? It's saying C. Cindy C. IDK saying C. All right, well, thank you. All right, so in love is saying C. Timmy C. Do I teach pre-calculus? Yes, I do. You can always go to my profile and send me a lovely message. Okay, so Mitch with the A. I think that's a swan, and I remember you from last time. That's a 24. Okay, is it Asha? Is the A? Leopold C. I got you, Dana Money with the C. Bunch of C's. Elizabeth was with an S. Okay, we're going with the C. All right. So we have Sarah with the A, Michael with a C, Blissful Fan with a C. We have Ava, user. Hold on. Okay. All right, so we got a whole bunch of C's and a couple of A's, and I'm getting some 24s. All right, so the 24s are with our C's. Let's take a look. So we are doing a comparison. So we are comparing pounds to minutes. Okay, first off, take a look at your question. How many minutes? All right, cool. We don't have to do any conversions to pit 96. So if you want to do, you can do 12 pounds in 3 minutes compared to 96 pounds in we have no idea how many minutes. So we can do one of the two things. We can try to figure out 96 divided by 12, or we could do what's called cross multiplying. So if you decide to do cross multiplying, I'm going to show you both ways. When there's an equal sign, that's when you cross multiply. When there is a multiplication sign, that's when you cross simplify. Definitely there is a difference. So if I cross multiply, I got my 12x. Then if I get my 96 times 3, this is my 18 carry to 27, so that'll be 28. So 288. Then I would divide both sides by 12. And your x is going to equal 24. Okay? That's one way of doing it, but my answer is going to be a solid C. Now, another way of doing it is what I was mentioning earlier. How many 12s, okay, if you want to think, it's almost like, all right, how many 12s can go into 96? Well, I know if I multiply 12 times 8, I'm going to get 96. Whatever I multiply in the numerator, I got to multiply it here in the denominator. So 3 times 8 will also give me my 24. So that's two ways you could do it. You can either cross multiply or you can look at the pattern, okay? So you can solve it either way. If you want to solve it by dividing the 12 and the 3 to get 4, and then you're going to have 4 over 1, and then you have to cross multiply, so that means you're dividing by 4. You can do it that way too. So there's more than one way of doing this, okay? But sometimes I like to look at the patterns because remember, when you're looking at the SATs, ACTs, PSATs, which should be going on this month, you need to look at the patterns because time restraints, okay? Sometimes they have a little bit of something. All right. So before we get to the next one, while you guys are here, we're just going to do a quick tap and see if we can get to 6K. There's 411 of you. And I know a lot of you guys got here because of the FYP. So by tapping away, that also attracts other people that probably need this as well. Okay, thank you so much for sharing and following. I greatly appreciate that. If we can keep it in. If you are one of my community members, go ahead and check in. There is a heart. So let's bring that heart into fruition, I guess we could say. Okay, almost there, almost there. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. Okay. So here we go. For number 6, if 2x equals 12, let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Okay, if 2x equals 12, what is the value of 9x? Okay, so this time it's not multiple choice. Those are one of those bubble questions. Okay, what do you think the answer will be? Take a look again, Kaya. Take a look again. Okay, Savannah, the Tim, Splash Tara. It's got saying 54. Tommy, Dana, Jenny, Stephanie, Buggy, Michael, what's up? Okay, Savannah, I see you. Bobby, okay, Clement, User, George, all you guys said 54, including NYY, or I should say NY squared. Okay, User, Hendok. All right, saying 54. Okay, BF, B for real, love it. Saying 54, Sab 54, Ty 54. Okay, vegan, try again. Pooh, take a look at it again. Angel squared, we got 54. Test squared, there's a lot of squares going on here. Leopold, V-Hug is saying 54. Okay, girl's name and Nikki. Girl named Nikki. Okay, Yaya. Okay, purple. Is it 54? There we go. God bless the child. Let's take a look. All right. Awesome. So now they're starting to go in. Let's take this step by step. The first step, let's look at our equation here. You have 2x is equal to 12. We need to solve for x. So when you solve for x, you divide by 2. And your x is equal to 6. We are not done. We have to plug that in because they want to know the value of 9x. So that means we're going to take our 9 and we're going to substitute this 6 in for the x spot. Now 9 times 6, that equals 54. Okay. Yep, that's how you do it. Okay. All right. So now let's get with the next one. All right. Line K is defined by y equals 1/4 x plus 1. Line J is parallel to line K in the xy plane. What is the slope of J? So for those that are coming in, this is the SAT prep. It's just like a practice test. So it has like a whole little mixture of a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like a gumbo that's really good with extra spices. Okay. All right. So we got Kai, we got Timmy, we got Dez, and Jack and Coco all with 1/4. Okay, I'll have to break out some scratch paper for this one. Actually, a girl named Nikki, you do not have to break out some scratch paper. Okay, let me show you, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, seriously?" Yes. Seems messy. That's all right. Okay, variety of questions, different levels. Yep, Daniel, that's what we got. So we got Naya, Big Al, how are you? Okay, Imani, they're all saying 1/4. Okay, Holden, close. Okay, Clement, we got our 1/4. It's not 0, Desi. Dizzy. Okay. All right. Now, let me show you. Key part is to know about slope. Now, they're told us that the lines, we already got line K, but they told us that line J is parallel. That is key. The one thing that we know about parallel lines, they don't intersect. Another thing, they have the same slope. So if you look at the equation is following that slope intercept. Okay? Reason why it's called a slope intercept, because you got your slope, which is M, and you have your y-intercept, which is B. So it's following that same trend. We're not really going to be looking at the y-intercept because it's asking what is the slope of J. So if line K's slope is 1/4 and it's parallel, line J is parallel, that means the slope for line J is also 1/4. Parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular, because I saw some people put in there, perpendicular lines, they're the ones that you have to do the opposite reciprocal. So if I wanted to, let me switch different color. If I wanted to find the slope of the perpendicular, if the original is 1/4, opposite means it'll be negative because this is positive, and reciprocal means you're going to flip this. So that'll be 4/1 or just simply 4. So if they said, oh, the lines are perpendicular to each other, you're looking right at that slope and you're doing the opposite in signage and you're flipping it. Okay? All right. Nice one. Okay, are these real questions? Yes, they are not imaginary. Is it going to be on the exact test? Who knows? Because they have such a huge bank of questions that you have no idea what you're about to get. So don't sit here and be like, oh, let me record all this so I can pass the SAT. No. It's never that blessed easy, baby doll. You're going to have to work for stuff, okay? All right. Let's take a look at the next one. So, which of the following list represents a data set that has the same median, okay, we talked about median before, as the data set above? First thing, yay, all of them in order. Great. Which one will have the same median? Is it A, B, C, or D? Anthony, book 6 is not even done yet. Should be done this week. It wasn't. All right, so got a couple answers filling in there. Finite math. There we go. Love for Nelly, Buggy, Timmy, Casanova. Ooh. Okay, Kobe. What the hell? Clement, Gray, my blank space. All are saying D's. I got one with a B. I got Shell with a B. I have, hold on, I have to go back up because all of a sudden got a huge flux. Momo is saying C. We got a B. We got Cranky with a B. What the hell is the median? Ooh, well, we're going to have to, fix that language. 2, I will show you what the median is momentarily. Okay, NYC creator, we got B, Splash, B, Myra, B, Big Al, B, Mona, I am Mona, with a B. Arshel with a B, love statistics. You love SAT? Hey, awesome. Okay, Jenny B, A with a B. All right, so it looks like we got a lot of B's. Thank you, Timmy. All right, how do you know that? Okay, so let's take a look. Median. Again, have to know that terminology. Median means the middle number of your data set. So with the median, you have to put it in order. Right now, I'm looking and I've noticed that all the original numbers are in order from least to greatest. So the way that I can get the middle number is count towards the middle. So I've got 2 6s, knock those out, 2, knock those out. If I knock this one out, I knock this one out, and what I have in the middle is an 8. So my median is an 8. So I'm going to do the same thing for these to see which one is going to be a median is going to be an 8. So if I take a look at D, I always go with the lowest ones. I notice that there are 6 numbers. So that means I can split it 3 numbers here, 3 numbers here. So my median will be right smack in the middle, which is right here between 10. All right, so we're looking for a median of 8. So boom, that's not it. Same thing is happening with C. We have 3 numbers here, 3 numbers there. They're all in order. Again, their median is 10. Now we got 3, same with the 6 numbers. Split it right in the middle. 3 numbers here, 3 numbers here. Right now, that's 8. Ooh, that's my answer. Because they're not going to put, 2 answers with both of them 8. No, because they're looking for the median of 8. But if you want to see, I have 3 numbers here, 3 numbers here. In the middle here will be 6. So my answer is B. Okay. All right, good. I'm glad you knew it. Okay. What time do I start? Sometimes it's whenever I can, because now my tutoring is starting to blossom. But today I started about like 6:15-ish. Ish. All right. Hello, Sharon. Okay, Anthony, book 6 is not available. Oh, you lost connection. Yeah, it's not available because it's not completed yet. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at number 9. So the length of the base of a certain parallelogram is 89% of the height of the parallelogram. Which expression represents the length of the base of the parallelogram, where h is the height of the parallelogram? Do you think they're talking about a parallelogram? How many times they need to say the word parallelogram? All right. So the length of the base of a certain parallelogram is 89% of the height of the parallelogram. So which expression represents the length of the base of the parallelogram, where h is the height of the parallelogram? So is it A, 89h, B, 89 thousandths of an h, C, 8 9/10 of an h, or D, 89 hundredths of an h? I love when people put S. Okay, so this is the SAT. So I got Timmy, Leopold, Cranky, Buggy, Ava, Anonymous. Ooh, mystery. Okay. Is Nalaja? Is that Nalaja? Saying C. Brittany, all of you guys are saying, well, except for Anonymous is saying B. We got D, never saying C. Brittany is D / Jeff. Marcus. Charlona. We got you / got you Tim, Jen, Nye. All right, all saying D. Alex saying D. Nyla saying S. Okay, got some B's, got some C's. I know, right? Working with the names. Row. Okay, Big Al. Flash. Okay, Fash is saying D. All right, so we got a lot of people with D's. D is the answer. Reason why? We're talking about 89%. What is 89% as a decimal? Notice none of them has a percent sign. So we need to change it as a percent to a decimal. Now, when it comes to a whole number, that means your decimal is almost in the same spot as the percent sign, and you're moving it over 1, 2 to the left, because out of 100. So 0.89, and then we're just putting down our H. Okay, so it will be option D. It's like, oh, thank God this was D. All right, number 10. Ooh, sorry. Okay, for a camping trip, a group brought X 1-liter bottles of water and X 3-liter bottles of water for a total of 240 liters of water. Which equation represents this situation? Is it A? Is it B, C, or D? Oh, I'm bored again. Welcome back. So, Timmy, I'm bored again. Marcus. Is that Caroline? Okay, Bree, Boogie, Leopold, Buggy, Leopold, Mona, Steve, The Real. Is that Ame? Okay, Ava, I got you. Jermaine, Michael, Alex, Bree. I've got you, Ava. So many times, Ava. Okay, Kaya, Naya, all are saying A. Makes it so much easier. It's Naya. Oh, there's another Naya. Oh, let's fight it out. Okay, so Z's. Oh, okay. You don't have to stay. It's like, I think it's just so relaxing. Is it my voice? This is your Samar. Good. Everyone is saying A. Yes. Very simple. Very easy. Okay. So you got 1 liter, so 1x. You got 3 liters, that's 3y, and the total of the 240. All right. Okay, so let's see if we can get these taps to 20. We are doing 4, 4, 6 as viewers, which is awesome. Okay, see if we can tap it up to get it to fast mass tap. Hello, Marbly. How are you? Okay. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. If you want to share, you can share as well, but taps will be well appreciated. Okay, I'm going to try to get as many as I can done before I have my next tutoring person. So, well, hello, Guam. Welcome on in. Oh, what time is it over there? Okay. All right, almost there. Keep it going, keep it going. Mad tap, 453. Share the love. Okay, so for people that are just coming in, this is to prepare. I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay. All right, not too bad. Okay, Miami's in the house. Oh, okay. Miami. I love it. Yeah, just me here coming up with the evening hours in lovely Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, we got Australia. All right, we got some Aussies in here. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we at the 20. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, so let's get it going. All right, this one I might have to shrink, but let me put this up first. Oh, no, I think you might be able to get everything in here. All right, so which table gives 3 values of x and their corresponding values of y for the given equation? So the given equation is y equals negative 4x plus 40. So is it choice A, B, C, or D? Oh, Jamaica. Yeah, my family's from Jamaica. Montego Bay and Kingston. All right, Oregon. All right. Thank you from California. Awesome, Cali. Okay. So you're saying cancel out A and D. Okay. So we got some C's, a whole bunch of C's. We have lovely with a C, zero with C. Texas. Hey, yeehaw. Love it. Actually, that's who I have a client with in Texas. So, Rosario Germain is saying C, Hannah C, Bree C. Awesome. I love the follow. NF's given. Love it. Okay, you're not done yet, Mr. Hunter? Okay. So, E's, we got B's, Kai with the C's, Test Square, C, Big Al, Leopold, Ruru, Jenny are all saying C's. Okay, E switching up with the B's. Are your sessions? Are you virtual? Yes, I'm definitely virtual because I'm all over this lovely country. All right, so let's take a look. First off, which will be easy, all of them have a 0 for your x's. Make it easy on yourself. Plug the 0 in because we know anything times 0 is going to be 0. But what am I getting out? I'm going to get a 40 out. So we're looking at which one will give me a 0 at 40. That's B and C. So that means A and D is gone. Because if I plug a 0 into this equation, I'm not going to get a 0 out. I'm going to get a 40. Same thing here for the D. So now I'm taking a look at B and C and seeing what's different. Well, the X's are exactly the same, but the Y's are different. So here I have a 44, here I have a 36, but they both have a 1. So if I plug a 1 in for the X, negative 4 times 1, that will give me negative 4. So negative 4 plus 40, we're going to be really subtracting. You have $40. You spent $4. That means you have $36 left. So my answer is not going to be B. It's going to be C. Okay. Do you see how process of elimination will work for you? Okay, notice we haven't done a whole hell of a lot of math. Excuse my language. We haven't done like a whole okay, D5 carry 4. A lot of that will happen later on, because remember, the SAT and the ACT is almost like a progression type test. The same for the ASVAT. If some of you guys are thinking about going into the military, the way that test is designed, just like the SAT, is a progression. They're expecting you, especially for the SAT, for you to cover, at least get the first 15 to 16 problems. They're expecting you to understand those. Then it starts getting a little bit like a medium-ish type problem. Then it starts getting to a medium/hard, and then it'll get to like a hardish problem, okay? But since they're doing the SATs now digital and you get access to Desmos calculator, I mean, they don't have 2 sections anymore like they used to, but and short amount of questions, because now you're able to use your calculators, their calculators, I should say. Hey, Ma, how are you? Okay. All right, I'm glad. Hey, this is the perfect place. I like to take my time with all this stuff so we can break this down. Okay. All right, after getting out the Army. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, statistics is not my thing, Bentley. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. So, all right, you're good. All right. So, if anything, let me go to this one. And then who asked for it? Hilla? Brown? I'll come back. Okay. All right. So, first thing. So the shaded region, which is really hard for you guys to see because, something called photocopying. So the shaded region was this side. Okay, so that might make a little more sense to everybody now. All right, so the shaded region shown represents solutions to an inequality. Which order pair is a solution to this inequality? Is it A, 0, -4, B, 0, 4, C, -4, 0, or D, 4, 0? Which do you think? So, Jenny, Buggy, Fig Newton, okay. On board, okay. On board thinking B, everyone else is saying D. Tim's doing D, Lally is saying D. Is that Caillou? That's right, Snapple, Kaya, Christina, Lovely, Curly, Marcus, on board switching it to D. Okay, all of them are saying D. All right. So she is Chavez, welcome back. Okay, Frank D, M17 vlog saying B. All right, Nyla saying D. Okay, test square B. Okay, Bachi is saying D. Cruz is saying D. Let's see what else. D, you're guessing. Okay. Drew, we got B. Bree with D. Frank, really, Frank? Oh, man. All right, so let's take a look. 0 and -4. Okay, here's 0, -4 is down here. It's nowhere near that shaded region. 0, 4 is up here. It's nowhere near that shaded region. Then we have -4, 0. Yep, just like my x's, very far away. Then we have 4, 0. 4, 0 is right here. It's in the mix. Okay? So we want to kind of get everything in there. All right. Let's go. Number 13. Okay, in the triangle JKL, the measures of angle K and angle L are each 48 degrees. What is the measure of angle J in degrees? Disregard the degree symbol when entering your answer. Okay. So we have a triangle JKL. K and L are both measuring 48 degrees. They want to know what is the measure of angle J. Okay, you mix your axes up. Okay. Yep, x-axis always goes left to right. Y-axis always go up and down. Okay. So I'm getting 84s from Buggy. I'm bored again. Okay, lately I'm getting 132. Not sure. Okay, thank you for your honesty. Marcus is saying 48. I got Leo and Tim with 84s. Got Lovely with 132. Okay, Emily, we got 84. Frank with 132. Is that 8 babies saying 84? Kennedy. All right, Lilo, got you. Leo, got you, baby. All right, user 2373. Okay, Big Al, Bree. Okay, it's not really a formula, but I'll go through this. Okay, yep. So we got our 84s. Okay, so we got our 84s. Since everybody's saying it, well, Frank, do not get because everybody's saying it. If everyone jumped off the bridge, will you jump too? Probably, huh? Okay. Hello, my blessing. Yes. When do I go live? I go live every day, and sometimes the times just change up. So it's just easy to just say, hey, sign up as a community member so you can get notifications. That's the easiest way I can say it. Okay. All right, Ellen, good. On my SAT, good. Now, take a look. They're talking about a triangle. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. Just work with me. So, when we have a triangle, 3 sides, 3 angles. All of the angles total 180 degrees. Okay? Any triangle, doesn't matter. Right, acute, obtuse, straight. Well, there's no straight triangles, but there's straight angles. Will equal 180 degrees. So they're telling you, let's say that this is J, this is K, and this is L. So they're telling you that K and L are both 48 degrees. All right? And they want to know what J is. So what you have to do is, you got your 180. You're going to subtract the sum of the 2 angles that we already know. So we got 16 carry over, that'll be 96. Then we're going to borrow from this 18, make it into a 17. Make that 0 into a 10, so you got your 4. And then how many 9s? We got 8 to give me 17. So it is 84 degrees. Okay, so knowing a triangle, all 3 angles total 180 degrees. If you know 2 of them, add those 2 angles up and then subtract from 180. Okay, all right. Nathan, you're trying to take someone else's job. Don't let Spotify know that you're coming into my live doing this. He's gonna come and get you. Because that's Spotify's job. Spotify comes every one of my lives, Nathaniel. Nathaniel, don't do it, baby, because the Spotify comes in here and sees that you're doing this. All right, so this is a combination. This is a SAT prep, Michelle. 40 years ago? Please, I was in the same class as you, Angela. Acting like I'm a spring chicken. All right. All right, so, Mr. Brown, I'm not sure if you're still here. You asked me to go over again with number 11. I'm going to do this real quick. While we're doing this, if you guys can keep on tapping, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm telling you, all my trolls are back. Y'all must love me. Y'all just love me. You just love me just trying to kick you out every time. It's like, don't you get tired of it? Okay. All right. You were 18 back in 20. Okay, yeah. Please. You weren't a thought when I was 18. Your parents didn't even meet each other yet. All right, so to go back over number 11, I notice all of them have zeros. You take the 0, you plug it in for the x. Anything times 0 is going to be 0. So 0 plus 40 gives me 40. So anything that did not have a 40 for the y value, we canceled it out. That's why we canceled out A and D. So then we went ahead and looked at the next one. If I plug in 1 for this one, I should get 44 coming out. If I plugged in 1 for this one, I should get 36 coming out. So when I plugged in 1 for the x, -4 times 1 gives me -4. -4 plus 40 gives me 36. So that's why C was our answer. Okay, so hopefully Sir Brown is still here so we can get that. All right, so let me just push forward because time is coming quickly. See, time flies when you're having fun. All right, so number 14. I'm going to see if I can finish this page. So we have y equals x squared plus 14x plus 48. And we have x plus 8 equals 11. So the solution to the given system of equations is xy. What is the value of y? Fig Newton, you don't want to do your own table for that one problem. Why? The table's already there. You don't have to fix something that's not broke. Okay. All right. You're thinking 3. Quiet Storm is saying 99. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Yep. So Justin's saying solve for x. Okay, Sam's saying 90. Okay, then plug in and get y. All right. All right. So Zena's telling me 80. Desmos. Wait, not 80. Okay. Timmy's saying 99. Okay, the value of y is 99. Set y equal to 0. Justin's saying x is 3. All right, Leo is saying x is 3, y is 96. So which one are they looking for, Leo and Love? Jenny's saying 80. Okay, Sam is saying, okay, 99. And saying Jaeger, or Jagger, is saying 99. Okay, we got Glow Bumming, 99. Okay. If this is for the SAT, there's no need to solve this by hand. Well, then do it. What's my answer then? I love when people give me explanations. Just put the answer. Butters' house saying, oh, Butters is saying 89, unknown. Then we have Fig Newton. Butters' house is saying 389. Okay, so you're saying 99. Guards is saying 99. You were wrong with 99. Okay, Guards, I got you with the 99. All right, user 3534 saying 99. You're saying power rule. Why? Okay, if you want to do that. More 48. Okay, Ebony Fox saying 99. How would you find the y value? That's what we're working on. Okay, I'm not saying 99. You said the answer is 99. Okay. All right. All right, so we got a person crying. Why are we crying? Okay, you're saying y is 61. Anita's saying 99. All right, so let's take a look. So I'm getting some 99s. Hey, Michael. All right, we got Slide Papa saying 99. Curly's at 99. Michelle, 99. Get rid of X. All right, so let's take a look. First off, we got two equations. I'm looking at the second equation because the second equation only has one variable, whereas the first equation has two variables. So since it has one variable, I can easily solve this bottom equation for x. So in order for me to do that, I could subtract 8 on both sides, or I can ask myself, what plus 8 will give me 11? Well, what plus 8 will give me 11? That's going to be 3. So now I can take this answer of 3 and I can substitute in that first equation. For every time I see an x, I'm going to replace it with a 3. So it's going to look something like this. We're looking for the value of y, which is great because this equation is already set up for the value of y because it says y equals. So we're going to do a little substituting here. We're going to do a little substituting here. And you got your 48. So if you plug in your 3 here, you plug in your 3 here. Now let's get with the mathing. So we have 3 squared, which is not 6. Stop it. Okay, it's 3 times 3. That gives me 9. Now, 14 times 3, that gives me 42. Yep. And then I bring down my plus 48. So what you have here is nothing but addition. So you don't have to worry too much about PEMDAS because you're basically doing it. So I could, if I wanted to make my life easier, I'm going to get with these. Because I know 8 and 2 is going to give me a 10. I'm going to carry 1. So that is going to be 4 plus 4 gives me 8 and 1 gives me 9. So now I have 9 plus 9. That gives me 99. Because when you have all spaces that's doing addition, that's the commutative property. Okay, if they're all addition, just like multiplication, they're commutative. You can switch them. I was waiting for the Roman numerals, Michael. Okay, you did that on your index card? Awesome. All right. Now, let's liven up. Okay, so today's live goal is, let's see if we can get 50. If we can get 50 likes, that will be awesome. Okay, 50 taps, that's the goal, 50K. All right, looking at number 15. A cleaning service that cleans both offices and homes can clean at most 14 places per day. Which inequality represents the situation where F is the number of offices and H is the number of homes? Okay. Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay. So it looks like, all right. So we have Olivia on board, Ebony Fox, Quiet Storm, Michelle, Tim. All right, I see you again, Ebony Fox. Buggy, Frank, Samantha. Thank you so much for helping me with my goal. Oh, thank you. So sweet. Okay, the king. We have hee hee ha ha with A. More J with A. Seems like everybody's with the A. Oh, thank you. Jenny with the A. Every time I do this, here we go. Tama, good. Leslie, good. All right, so we're all in agreement. Oh, beast mode, you switched it up on me. All right. We got our Patrick with an A, Zay with an A, PS with an A. Okay. It's like Lolly with an A. Now, the key part is knowing what at most is. Okay, we know that we're going to add the number of offices and add the number of homes. So it's going to be addition. So boom, C, D, gone. But the difference between A and B is your inequality sign. at most. So that is the highest you're going to be able to do is 14. That's it. Don't come to me with a 15th office. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear another home. I don't want to hear another office. It's 14. That's it. Okay? Nothing more than that. So that means what we get over here has to be less than or equal to the 14. Okay? And appreciate that. 16. I'm like practically off the desk. What is going on? Getting aggressive with my math. I'm like literally on the edge of the table. I'm like, what is going on? All right, so which expression is a factor of 2x squared plus 38x plus 10? Okay, we got Eve with A. I'm bored. A, Ebony. Okay. Oh, we just switched it up now. All right, we got Timmy, get Eve, Quiet Storm, Boogie, Myers, Beast Mode. Is it Kakuma? Okay. We got Leslie with our A's. Okay. Michael with our A's. Okay. No C. Okay. We have our A's. We have our A's. Now, factoring, my dears. Anytime they ask you to factor, the very first thing you should be asking yourself is, do I have a GCF? Do I have a greatest common factor? So is there, hold on, gotta do the puzzle piece. So silly. Well, obviously, because I didn't get a chance to slide it, I feel like I have to be a marksman in order to just do it live. All right. So the greatest common factor. So if I'm looking at the 2 times table, I'm looking at in the 38s, like where's 38s will be found? Where can 10 be found? Well, the only thing with 2s is 1 and 2. With 38, you got 1, you got 2, you got possibly, no, 4, but there's some others. For 10, you got 1, you got 2, you got 5, but they all have 2 in common. All right. Notice I take the 2 out. I shouldn't have to do the rest of this. We're wasting time. They do not care. When it comes to standardized tests, they don't care about what you put in here. Did you answer the question? So the only thing you can factor out is a 2. I notice there's no parentheses. There's no other expressions. That's my answer. Bubble it, click it, keep it moving. Okay? All right, we are getting into a habit of, I got to show my work. When it comes to these type of standardized tests, they don't care about you showing your work. Okay? All right. All right, last 2 it's going to have to be because I got to get myself ready. So we have the equation 4x plus 2y equals 160 represents the number of sweaters, x, the number of shirts, y, that yes and yeah, okay. Yasina, I want to say that, purchased for $160. If Yasina purchased 2 sweaters, how many shirts did she purchase? Okay. So I'm seeing some A's, some B's, and B's. A3, we got some B's. Michelle, we got a B's. Jackson with 4. 4 is my B. Okay, with Ebony Brink, I think that's Ryan with a B. JK, same 4. That'll be B. Jenny, B. Jackson, Evan, Evie, Kaya, Mass. Same B, Tiger B, my blank space with a D. Mike with my buzz, my B's. Okay. Issa or Isis. All right, same B. Embellish with the A. Beast mode B. So B. Nima B, Nisa B, Mr. from another Mr. Same B. Tamara D, Beast, I saw you. Timothy B, Timothy. Tim and Lovely B, there we go. We're trying to put y'all together. Hey, maybe it might happen. All right, Big Al's not sure. Okay, you read it wrong. Okay, all right. Oh, Perry, you need to, I'm not sure if you were loved as a child. Are you all right? Need a hug? Hurry up. That entitlement does not work. So we got our B's. Jackson, I got you. Curly got a B. Okay, still going back to learn the baxes. I know. I'm just kind of wondering. All right, so Curly B. Soul, we got B. Toya girl with B. All right. So let's take a look at this. They gave us our equation. You're saying X is representing the sweaters. Y is representing the shirts. Now, she purchased 2 sweaters. So that means we're replacing that 2 for the X. So you'll have 40 times 2. Okay? Then you have your 20. Y is equal to 160. So we're solving this for Y because the question is, how many shirts did she purchase? And Y is representing the shirts. So here we have our 80. And we know that once we subtract that 80 with the 160, that's also going to be 80. So that means you have 20Y is equal to 80. And then how many 20s will give me 80? That will be 4. So your answer will be B. Okay. All right, there you go. It is. All right. And one more question. All right, so we have our equation. So the equation gives the estimated stock price Y in dollars for a certain company X days after a new product launched, where 0 to 20, okay, which statement is the best interpretation of XY, where you have 183 in its context? So is it A, the company's estimated stock price increased $83 every day after the new product launch? Is it B, the company's estimated stock price increased $1 every 83 days after the new product launch? C, 1 day after the new product launch, the company's estimated stock price is $83? Or D, 83 days after the new product launch, the company's estimated stock price is $1? Okay. You don't hate math with a passion. You just hate how it was presented to you when you were younger. Someone made you feel dumb and you feel regret ever since. So you're carrying on this hatred for no reason. You just need someone to break the concepts down step by step. So you hate this kind of math? Why? Because it's a word problem? Word problems is life situations. It's just how you think of it. Okay, so I'm seeing a whole bunch of A's, which I love. How to go about solving this? Timmy, I got you. That's why we're here, people. That's why we're here. And once you see it, you're going to be like, oh, really? Okay, you love maths? Awesome. But this one's confusing. Yeah, it is. Word problems, I know. It's just because our early experiences, that's what's throwing us off. And the reason why I could speak on this is because I was a victim yourself, right here. I used to suck at word problems. Okay? Yep. Because they made you feel, not all teachers, but sometimes it was your classmates. So let's take a look. Okay? Some people are giving me A's. Some people are giving me, a couple people are giving me C's. Like Michael's giving me a C. Okay? All right. Everyone's freaking out about seeing a word problem. Okay, this is how they split people up. A lot of these examinations have word problems. They're not going to have what I like to call naked math. But let's take a look. Okay? So they're telling us their stock price. First of all, I'm coming here. They're telling us the X is representing the days and the Y is representing the dollars. Okay, this estimated stock price. So this is going to be my X. That's going to be my 1. The 83 is my Y, just like a regular order pair. So that means this is going to be 1 day, and this is $83. So I'm taking a quick glance. I know B is not it because they're talking about 83 days. X is representing your days. My X is 1. So B is out. Okay? What else should I eliminate? Okay, taking a look. What else should I eliminate? So X is supposed to be my days and 83 is supposed to be my... There we go. We got D's. Good. Eliminate the D. Excellent. The reason why they're saying 83 days. 83 is supposed to represent money, price. So D is out. Okay? Now we're going to take a look at A and C. So this is saying the company's estimated stock price increased $83 every day after the new product launch. This says every day. We're talking about 1 day. This one says 1 day after the new product launch, the company's estimated stock price is 83. This is saying 1 day. This is saying $83. So C is my answer. Okay. So the ones that were kind of like freaking out, how are you feeling now? Okay. So you were thinking, oh my God, I got to plug stuff in. I got to like flip things around. I got to sacrifice a chicken and hop on one leg saying ooga ooga. No. Please don't do that. You might get arrested. All right. So sometimes it is the reading. And once you know that your point is your X and your Y, they tell you what X represents, they tell you what Y represents, and you follow that same pattern when you're looking at your word problems. Anything that doesn't follow this pattern, exit out. Okay, process of elimination. Okay. All right. Okay. Math does matter because here's my thing. You guys think that math is just pure numbers. Making decisions, that's mathematics. There are so many different branches of mathematics, it's really hard to focus. Try being a math teacher and all of a sudden like, can you do this? Just because I'm a math teacher doesn't mean I'm a math whiz in everything. I am not Jesus. I may have golden highlights. I'm not, no. Okay? All right. So let's see. Yes. Reading. This, because basically, if you really take a look at it, all right, I got 9 minutes. Let's see what we can do in 9 minutes. Because if you haven't noticed, most of the exams are basically reading exams. I hate to tell you. Okay, so if you can't understand and get terminology, it's going to be hard. I'm not even going to sit here and try to lie to you. All right, so f of x equals 39. Keep that in mind. All right, so we can read all of this, but let's see. Which table gives 3 values of x and their corresponding values of f of x? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay, so we're saying E, we're saying B, Philip, we're saying C, Curly, B, Pew, Ash, Timmy. Are all saying, well, Ash is saying C, Timmy's saying B, Eve C. Okay. Actually C. Okay, we're switching over. Got a couple B's, we got a couple C's. Well, at least we know. Hold on before I say something. Okay, no one's picked A. So, all right. No one's picked A. No one's picked D. Take a look, guys. Ready? F of x is the same as saying Y. We want to know which one is going to have your y's at 39. A, gone. All your y values are 0. B, yes. All your y values are 39. That's it. Didn't have to calculate. Nothing at all. It just says f of x is equal to 39, so that means your y value is 39. Okay, that's it. Okay. I just explained it. All right. So the equation says f of x equals 39. Okay, you're listening? F of x is equal to 39. F of x means function of x. A function of x is the same as saying your y value, because your y depends on your x. So that means y equals 39. So no matter what you plug in for x, I could have plugged in a 5. I could plug in a 2. I could plug in a negative 58. I could plug in negative 468. No matter what I plug in for x, my y value will always be 39. So which one has 39 repeating? It's B. That's it. Corresponding means the same. Yep. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Okay. Yep, when it's repeating. Yep, because that's it. Alright. So that means basically if I graph this, say that this is 39, here's my line. That's when y is equal to 39. I can have 0, 39, 1, 39, 2, 39, negative 1, 39, negative 2, 39, negative 3, 39. Okay? All my y values are 39. Okay? All right. Let's this be the last question. Let's see if you can get it. Let's see. I have faith. Okay, a triangular prism has a height of 8 centimeters and a volume of 216 centimeters cubic, or cubic centimeters. What is the area in centimeters square of the base of the prism? So they kind of gave you the volume of a triangular prism is equal to the area of the base times the height. So B is the area of the base and H is the height. Let me write out the formula for you. So it's area of the base times the height. Okay? You don't have to be good with the shapes. This one, focus on the formula. Look what they're giving you. Okay? Board again, saying 27. Okay. Michael is saying 27. Okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Take a look what they're giving you. All right? I don't want to say excuses because that's not right. But I just want to say we're so worried about like, well, I don't know this, I don't know that. We're like already on the defense. We're already trying to do fight or flight. And a lot of you guys want to flight, and I'm holding on to your ponytail. Saying you're not going nowhere. It's okay. All right? There you go, Eve. Okay. Michael kind of gave you guys a little hint. You got a bun? Not a problem. I'm snatching that. That's multiplying, Eve. Okay. So Big Al saying 27. Mother from saying 27 square centimeters. Okay. All right. So they're giving us a couple of things. They gave us the height, which is in 8 centimeters. they gave us the volume, which is in 216. So volume is here, 216. Our height is here. And what they want to know is, what is the area? The area is this B. We don't even need to calculate the area. So I want to get B by itself. I'm going to divide both sides by 8. All right. So 216 divided by 8. Got my 2, got my 16, and then we have a 6, so that will bring me my 7. That'll be 56. That will bring me my 7. So it's going to be 27. That's going to be your cube or square centimeters. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yep, that's all we're doing. See? You guys were all freaking out. Okay? We didn't say that we had to find the area of the base. They just said, what is the area? So if the formula is the area of the base with the capital B times your height, so we didn't have to dissect this part. We just had to divide both sides by 8 to get our 27. All right? Okay. Okay, anytime you're dealing with area, okay, you're dealing with squares. If you're dealing with perimeter, it's just the unit. It's like centimeters, inches. But if you are dealing with area, you're dealing with the squaring. If you're dealing with volume, you're dealing with the cubes. All right. Okay, so love you all. Thank you so much for the tapping. Didn't quite get to the 50, which is fine. But I do have to go because I have to tutor. But again, I will be here tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to go back to the basics. Okay, back to the basics. So we're going to be working on a little bit more with decimals. Now, if you want, before I skedaddle out of here, if you want the replay, so if you're just like, ooh, this was so good, I really would love to have the replay of this. Where can I go? Oh my God, this woman's amazing. All right, maybe I'm tooting my own horn for that last statement. But this is where you guys can go, okay? So you just go there, and if anything, do me a favor. Hey, hit with the subscribe. If you know anybody that's thinking about getting their GED, their ASVAT, the Accuplacer, I know some of our students are basically getting themselves ready for the PSATs. If they want to just do like a revamp and a refresh, I know that they've been doing something in some classrooms, but there are some people that haven't. And if you have or know anybody that's going to be a junior in high school, ask them, have you guys done any PSAT? And if their next quest is to go the college route, because some people it's not, and that's fine. But if it is, this is the one that the colleges look at to help you with scholarships. So the 11th grade year. So if you want any assistance just to kind of go over maybe going over a mock, there we go. I'm trying to get it all together. A mock trial, then that will be amazing. Okay, so again, go ahead. I will see you. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to message me. But this is where you can go. Give me a little bit like this evening to put up the replay, because sometimes it takes me a while to take it off of TikTok. All right. Okay. If anything else, go ahead and peruse. If you guys want tutoring, go ahead and message me. If you want to get involved in the course, message me. And I also have notebooks on sale, and I'm working on a special project, and I will let you know once that is available. Alrighty. Okay, guys. I love you. Keep being awesome. Keep learning. Keep pushing forward. Yes, you can do this. Have an amazing night, and I will see you guys sometime tomorrow night. Take care. Bye now.